Okay, do a quick mic check. Make sure I got the right mic. I know that sometimes it likes to switch between the two. What's going on, everybody? Good to see everybody tonight. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. Of course, it's snowing out here in Ohio now. Like I had thought I was going to be able to, I thought I was going to be able to get a nice, one more hit at the track this year, but apparently that's probably not going to happen now at this point. But topic of the evening. Building relatable. You guys see the thumbnail, you see the car in the background. We're going to be giving away a banner later on today. We're going to be bringing a friend of ours on the channel. We sent a couple invites out, so we might have a couple special guests tonight. We're definitely going to be bringing Brother Tom. If you guys know who Brother Tom is here on the channel, I'm sure you do. He's another foxbody content creator, car creator, A+ dude. Can't wait to talk some build stuff with him on a Jack Stand Church night. So I've got a couple of people that we're possibly going to bring in tonight. I send an invite out to Brutal as well. I don't know how busy he is, but he might pop in as well. So good to see everybody tonight. You know, this is my favorite time of the week. We've been back at it doing some good content. We had the 351, 393 stroker last week. If you guys didn't get a chance to check that video out last night, we're trying to stay on the Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, Saturday type of timeline. And you've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. And, you see it there in the thumbnail. And I just want to know what you guys are doing. I want to know what you're doing in the garage right now. So if you're out there listening to me talk some shit on a Sunday, let me know what you're doing in the garage. Let me know some of the progress that you're making. And I got a special announcement to make about, not only Fox Days of Christmas, but we have, we have a member, a sub, and a member of our channel that we have helped get his shit off the jack stand. So I can't wait to show this guy, show this to. He sent me a video of his car, and I'm super proud of him. And I'm telling you guys, this is what this shit is all about. If I could help somebody in the community, if I could help you get your shit off the jack stand, just this much, every week, spinning wrench, because garage is just not only just about working on cars, it's about therapy. You know what I mean? We got a lot to talk about, but let me send the invite out to Brother Tom, so I can get these emails done. I want to know what y'all doing, man. Hit me up in some chat. Let me know how everything's doing, and let me catch up here. I mean, I got a bunch of people in chat. I want to make a big shout out to my sponsors real quick. Always, Trick Flow, Tremic, Team Z, Handler Motorsports, Anderson Ford Motorsports, Stiflers, just to name a few, McLeod. I appreciate all the companies that are involved in what we do here on the channel, because they're going to be, helping us with Fox Days of Christmas as well. Also, we're going to be doing just like we do every week, we're going to be doing a signed shirt and or hat if we meet our 5 super chat, super sticker goal, whatever that is. I think you guys can see it there in chat. It's something that we've been doing for a while. Not only are you supporting us in the channel, but somebody gets a free piece of merch signed, and it helps out 417 Fox too, who you guys know is my is the people who create all of our merch. So you hit 3 birds with 1 stone right there. So we try to hit that every week, and we appreciate those who are part of that every week. So anyways, let me check the chatter here on the channel. Welcome everybody. Looking forward to this. O'Neill on my mom's 90 GT after she passed. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Her car has absolutely no mods. Keep it that way. It's okay. Her car has absolutely no mods. I want to enhance the performance of the car without causing any harmful upgrades. So there's a lot of good things. That's actually a really good question. There's a lot of good things, when building relatable. And this is going with what we're talking about tonight. You want to stay, like, you're going to start stepping into like the resto mod, and it's one of the things we got in the thumbnail. If you're trying to go faster, it's what's your goal with the car. That's what you got to determine. That should be base. That should be first base. Where are you headed with the car? What's your budget look like? And how much time do you have to put into it? Because one of the biggest problems that we have is we get into this rabbit hole. We chase this shit. I've been chasing rabbit hole, going faster with stick shift stuff for years. And it's really kind of funny because I went to this Foxtoberfest show, and it was probably one of the best times I've had in a long. Every time I go to a show, I always have a good time. because I get the chance to see all my subscribers and see all my members and see all the people that are interested in fox bodies and just passion with the car in general, the cars themselves. But I was able to slow it down a little bit, and I found something there. I found something that had been sitting dormant in my heart and in my life for a long time. You know, not only did we not, you know, just because Dad's car was slower than the white car, or hell, even the black car at this point, you know, I didn't want to pay attention to it. I kind of neglected it. And little did I know that all I needed to do was spend a little bit of time where we started at to kind of gain some, you know, retrospect of where we want to head. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like what I'm trying to accomplish here in the live chat, is like going back to the basics and building relatable on. I mean, sure, I could have the coupe and I could have the white car transition to coupe. We'll go fast, but a lot of that content isn't relatable. Like, I'm not going to be able to relate with like a radial car. Like, a radial cars are always going to be, you know, a step above. You know, we're talking top tier, 140 in the eighth, you know, 200 miles in the quarter. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely flying. And it's in probably in good, you know, people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and tens of thousands of hours to make their car fast and what have you. But I think where I found my relatable is more in the grudge street racing / no prep stuff. And I found it several years ago, and it kind of snowballed a little bit and kind of went off the edge a little bit. And sometimes I just got to peel back and realize, and we all do this. Sometimes you just got to take a step back and enjoy what you got in front of you and be a little bit humble for where you're at. I mean, I don't know if some of you can relate to this, but I got $10,000 in parts that have to be hung on my cars. Do I have time for that? No, not really. I mean, I got so many cars in the channel to keep up with, not only with business and personal and all the other stuff I got going on. It's like we get overwhelmed, you know what I mean? And going to Foxtoberfest, I expected nothing from Dad's car. It was a 20-footer at best, which some of you guys seen. But I had fun. And I didn't worry about hitting a wall, really. I didn't worry about blowing something up, because if I did something to Dad's car, I got 10,000 of those parts at home. I don't know. I guess that's where I try to get into with building relatable, is because you should build your car, whatever you're doing. Don't chase rabbits. Stop chasing rabbits. You're never going to make the most horsepower. And it's very uncommon, you know, not uncommon, but if you chase trophies, you can, you know, there's nothing wrong with chasing trophies. Just do your best. You know what I mean? And just know that that's its own competition, just like racing is. You know what I mean? And there's some really meticulous cars out there that are absolutely the best of the best of the best. And that is just so overwhelming, so beautiful. And I'm glad we have it in our genre. And I'm glad our genre, for the most part, respects both ends of the racing and the car show, and just appreciate, because somebody put thousands of hours and thousands of dollars into that car. And I respect everybody's build. I love everybody's build, because I know what it takes and I know what it's like to be in that position. You know what I mean? So it's definitely tough. So let me scroll back down. What up, Blue? So Neo, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm glad, man. I appreciate it. We had a perfect 302. Should I build a Super Monte engine and dot swap? I would almost leave it alone, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. 4.8 Cleveland runs good. God, I'm missing all this chat. I'm so sorry, guys. Try my best. How should I build a 351? If it's got good cylinders, just send it. You know, put what you can on it mod wise. No leaks. Yep, just drive it and enjoy it. I agree with that. So it gets to the point, and that's where I wanted to kind of start my live stream, is just like, it's okay to build relatable. Just build to your budget. You know, build to your time, build to your family. You know, it's garage is therapy, man. But if you put a list in front of you and you say you're going to do it, then you're going to do it. You don't want to fake it. You don't want to fade and just go through the motions. And, you know, what was the other thing that I actually wrote these notes down? You know, you don't want to fade. You don't want to fake it. And you just don't want to try to follow and chase what, you know, other people are doing. You know, build it the way you want to build it. I mean, if you want to make it a trophy car, man, go out there and make it the best trophy car you can. You know what I mean? If you want to try to be the fastest stick shift car, you just go out there and try your best. And, you know, build it your way. Don't worry about what people are going to say about it. So, I spent 17 years racing. The last few years competitively, spent a lot of time and money. I finally got where I thought I want to be. Small block Ford turbo car and radials, went 430s. Jeez, Pete. So you know, as well as anybody, we start fading. I went to church today, and the pastor had a similar message. You know, you start fading, and in your faith, you start fading in the car genre. You can relate all this stuff. You know, you can definitely kind of go through the motions of, okay, I know where I need to be to be competitive and go fast and, you know, be competitive and show the car and have the best car on the market. And, you know, everybody's going to love me here on Instagram and all this other stuff. And you start faking it at some point. Like, you know, you never want to just, hey, you know, I'm going to do this because, and then you start following the wrong, you know, you're not doing what, you know, you stay true to what you wanted to do. You get what I'm saying? So I know some of you guys sold it, got into slow street cars. I'm having a blast. You and Brutal have brought back a lot of stuff I had forgot about. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You know, when I came up with the idea at Foxtoberfest, when me and Brutal came up with the idea, Handle Motorsports, I spoke to a number of people, you know, Pure Street, let's take it back a notch. You know, hey, let's make a 7.0 class. And I was like, well, 7.0 is a little bit too fast. You know, let's go 8.0s. You know, 8.0s are your simple heads cam intake, your simple, hell, even 850s. 8.0s, 799 class, whatever you want to call it. So next year, when I go to Ford Takeover, pending Caleb's schedule, he likes the idea, but we're not going to get in the way of Jacob Lamb in the stick shift shootout or the all motor shootout that he has going on. But if time allows, because the street class will probably be pretty big, I want to put some street cars on the track. I mean, we cruise them around, we dyno them, we have good times with them, right? Why don't we put them on the track and run like an 8.0 index? We're talking your Cobra R's, we're talking your pony wheels, you know, we're talking your simple, relatable street cars that we've been driving for 20 or 30 years. Sometimes you just got to dial it back. You know, Lucifer, what's going on, brother? What's going on, Mark? This is exactly why I built my Wacken. It's such a fun car that's not crazy fast and hardly ever gives me issues. That's right, 100%. So, hang on one second. I need to send a couple invites. But that's kind of where we're at tonight. You know what I mean? That's kind of where we're at. We're trying to build relatable. And sometimes you just got to take a step back. Give me 1 second here. But if you're out there and you're in the garage and you're, you know, working on your shit, working on your relatable build like I'm talking about, I want to know what you're doing. You know, hit me up. We always like to hear what you have to say in chat. And hang on. Oops, sorry. Okay. Lamar, man, I appreciate the $10 super sticker. Thank you so much. So I saw you there. What did you say? Internet connection is crap where I'm camping at. I'll catch you guys next week. All right, John. I appreciate you, brother, for stopping in for a few minutes. Hit that like, brother, on the way out. Is my 351 swap New Edge going to be able to get into Foxtoberfest next year? I don't know. You have to ask Jen. I mean, I would imagine. I don't know. I think Chocolate Fox goes up to 04, but I think 87 and 93 was pretty particular for that show itself. What's up, Coyote Racing Channel in the house? Had plenty of Fox body cars in the past, but now I'm the black sheep with a 351 Windsor and a 2000. Wow. What's up, Murphy's Law? Installed an MSD distributor on my 331. Darn thing hasn't had spark number 1 cylinder idlers. That's why Murphy's Law 5.0. So we'll see. So Neo is saying that we all need another car to basic build. Maybe. But that's one of the, that's kind of where we're going with this live stream. And it's the topic that actually we talked about with Tom Fletcho, who's brother Tom on YouTube and Instagram. You guys have, I'm sure you've seen his, I think he calls his car Cookie Monster. It's the blue GT. Thing's immaculate. But we had a conversation about a new build that he was doing, and he talked about, some of the things that, some of the woes of just, kind of going overboard like we do with our cars, like everybody does, just, I want to buy this. It's got to be perfect. This has got to be this, and that's got to be that. And it's, meticulous. And because it all feels like we're getting judged. You know what I mean? I don't know. Fox 408, man. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Thank you guys so much. We're at 3 on the goal. So, Brother Tom is in the house. So, I want you guys, without further ado, Brother Tom and I had a discussion at Foxtoberfest right there at my tent. And, I mean, he was real with me, just like I'm being real with you right now. There's a real depression, a build depression, and or, step back involved. So I'm going to bring him into the chat, guys. Make sure you guys go check him out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and show him some love here on the channel, guys. So what's happening, Brother Tom?
What's up, Danny? How you doing, bud?
Hi, how are you doing today?
All right, man. Not too bad. I don't have the cool background like you do.
No, yours looks like it's warm, man. It's like snowing right now.
Yeah, we had some snow today too, so I'm hanging out in my wife's office right now. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. So yeah, I was just telling them about our. Is this better? Which one do you like better? This one or this one?
That one's probably better.
Okay. So I was just telling you guys about what we had talked about at the tent, and it's kind of like the whole means for the whole live stream. Okay. Go ahead and tell them your story, brother.
So yeah, I guess for some of the people who don't know me, I don't know how far back you want me to go, but I'm like a lot of you guys, back, I'm 49 years old. So I kind of grew up with these cars. Mm-hmm. And my first car when I was 18 was a 85 GT. And then I've had 3 up until my blue car, which I have now. So I mean, I'm just a Fox body enthusiast like the rest of you guys. And I don't know, I spent the last probably year, maybe even 2, like how we were talking with my blue car, kind of chasing some gremlins and just like, you get tired of fighting sometimes. And, had, I guess, a little bit of depression because I couldn't figure out what was going on with the car and what am I going to do? Actually, what kind of like breathed some new life into me was I bought a fixer-upper, and it's like, it's stock, it's got like a trick flow intake on it and very, very minor things, but it's slow, but everything works. And it's like, I smile from ear to ear. It's like primer and, like faded paint, but I love the car now. So
It's almost like we're our cars, we're just judging ourselves. It's like
yeah.
we're the enemy within. It's just like you
Yeah.
have your blue car that you just like. I had a Cobra, not to run you off the road here, but I had a Celine I had to get rid of, Tom. I had a Celine I had to get rid of because that very reason. I never wanted to drive it.
Yeah. I kind of got to the point last year over the winter where even my wife was telling me, she's like, let's just park the car and we'll just buy something else. So I started looking at other cars, something to buy. I'm kind of glad I didn't because, the blue car is actually now being built. My buddy Nick over at Streetcar Shenanigans. So I gave them my car, and it's kind of gone off the rails now. So, but I'm letting them build that car for me, and it's going to be a really badass street car. And hoping, you were talking about takeover. I'm really hoping to make it next year. I haven't been there in a few years, and I love to support Caleb and see all you guys too, and show the car as well. So
absolutely.
So
you're talking about showing? Is it now? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it called Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
And why do you call it Cookie Monster?
So I'm kind of I've actually embraced the whole like cookie cutter thing.
Okay.
My car, it's an 89 GT, and I've got chrome ponies on it, like cookie cutter, like you would. I like the ponies. And up until recently it was stock bottom, heads cam intake car with a supercharger with a Vortec.
Okay.
Cookie cutter, and I'm not saying that to be rude or to like it's a bad thing. To me, I think that's like the perfect period correct kind of build, right?
It's almost like a template.
Yeah, exactly. It's tried and true. But the whole point or the whole purpose of the name Cookie Monster is because it's going to look like a cookie cutter Fox body, but it's going to be a monster on the inside because I'm keeping the stock hood and keeping the chrome ponies. I actually had, if anybody's watching that hasn't seen these posted already by MacFab, but I sent out a set of chrome pony wheels and had them bead locked.
Yes,
and
that got a lot of traction.
Man, they came out better than I could have imagined, and they look even better in person. So yeah, other than the fact, everything, the wing, everything on the car, it looks like a stock GT.
I love it.
Other than the beadlock wheels, and the interior, everything's the same. I still got the ashtray console, and I actually took off my A-pillar gauges. So the only giveaway on the inside is going to be the Holly Pro Dash,
right.
But I still have a stock radio. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So people are going to look at the car and be like, what's the big deal about this? And then, then I'll pop the hood and they'll see what's underneath. So
it looks cookie cutter on the outside, but the beadlocks kind of give it away a little bit.
Exactly.
And they're like, wait a minute. It's kind of like the bait and hook.
Exactly.
You pop the hood and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So I saw you on YouTube with the Blue Fox. I think your car made $495 with a Vortec.
Yeah, that's actually exactly. I took the car. So to give some backstory on that one, it seems like everything that I did on that car was a struggle. When I first bought it, it was an AOD car, very low miles. It had 60,000 when I bought it. And the first thing I wanted to do was T5 swap it. So I took it to a buddy of mine local, and we were going to do the T5 full exhaust and a 373 gear. So, we had put the trans in, and it was a brand new Tremec T5 and had trouble with fifth gear and had to send it back. So now we had like 2-3 weeks while we're waiting. And, idle hands, I'm like, I'm occupying a lift here. Let's do heads cam intake while we're waiting, right? So that happened. And then I started running into the idle issues and the surging idle and, stalling when you put the clutch in.
Code 67.
Yeah. I always tell people, like, if you have to have like 3 feet to drive, to drive one of these cars, because anyone who's really done any work on these cars knows, like, the car starts to, put the clutch in, the car's going to stall. So you got to blip the throttle and then left foot on the brake. And it's just like this whole ordeal, but
it's a game.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly what you're talking about.
Right. But we've all kind of been through that already. So you really have to love these cars to put up with the bullshit that, they put you through. So, but yeah, so back to that point. Yeah, my car, I finally got it to a really good tuner locally, and it ended up doing 495 at the wheels. And the funny thing is that afterwards, he looked at me and he's like, everybody's thinking like 500, like this is like this number, right? And he looked at me and he's like, so what do you want to do? And I'm like, I'm fine with that. I don't want to do it again. And just, we just try a little bit too hard and I end up breaking something. So I was fine with 495. And
it's a good number. That number will get you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is like, now my car hasn't been faster than that, so I can't really tell you for sure, but I kind of agree that, the 500, 4 or 500 is really like a nice, fun street car.
It's a magic number.
Yeah.
It's
so like reliable probably too.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at with Dad's car. Dad's kind of on the budget end of what we're trying to accomplish. And like, we have to lean on it a little bit, to achieve, 500 wheel. Whereas like, a stock bottom end 302 build and or 331, 347, something with, heads cam intake with a Vortec and or turbocharger will hit 500 pretty quick with lower boost. So, I know Dad is 73 years old, and yes, Dad drives my car. It's not just a channel facade. But I mean, he's like, please don't break it. It's quiet now with the straight throughs. I mean, it's really quiet, and my dad really likes that. He just wants a car that, he was in that 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, model. This is where I learned it all, where he, would go out and street race. But not even really street race. They just go out. You always had them stories. That kind of influenced your childhood. So, it is what it is. But long story short, 450. I always said, and I did it in a short that I put on a while ago. Got a lot of traction. You make 500 wheel, you run 10s.
Yeah.
Foxbody all day. I mean, 500 wheel all day is a mid 10-second car on the right tire and a good launch.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll run 650, 670, 660s in the 8th, which is not slow by any means.
Right.
And for being a street car, pure street / modified, you know what I mean? That's a sweet number that you're at right now.
Yeah.
Really good. Relatable.
Right. So.
But so outside of that, let's talk about the new car. So you had the Cookie Monster, which kind of you say you kind of just started chasing rabbits, or just
I was chasing gremlins actually.
Gremlins.
It was just one thing after another, and I got to the point where I was going to give up. Just kind of park the car and just do a reset. And then I ended up sending it over to Streetcar Shenanigans, and we made a plan for that build. And what was hard with that is, if anybody's never been through this before, when you're having a car built, it's not going to happen overnight. And it took about probably 4 or 5 months before they actually even started working on my car. So, it's in hindsight, right? Like, you should never if you take your car to a shop where they say they can start tomorrow, you probably don't want to go there, right? Because if they're not busy, you don't want to go there. you know, so when I think about it, like I was wondering, like, when are they going to start on my car? When are they going to start my car? But you know, they're busy, and especially in the summertime during race season. But lately, I've been getting, like, it seems like every day, 2-3 times a day, I'm getting pictures and updates, and it's just been snowballing with that car. So I'm super excited about that one. It sounds like we're going to have the first fire by the end of the month.
Good.
And then it all comes apart and goes to paint. So anyway, this fixer upper that I got kind of fell into my lap, I guess you can say.
Coupe hatch. Isn't it a coupe?
It's a notch. So
Yep.
It's a 92 notch. And I know the history going back more than 20 years.
Wow. So you've known the car physically.
Yeah, I've known the car, exactly, because it was owned by a friend of mine, and he was going to flip it and then ended up selling it to my brother-in-law.
Okay.
My brother-in-law parked it in the garage and just parked it. You know what I mean? Like, he was gonna fix it up, and, you know, had kids and whatever. So fast forward like 18 years, and he gives it to his oldest son, my nephew, and he put the wheels on it, drove it once or twice, and then parked it and bought a truck. So then it sat in the garage. So anyway, that my nephew now is 31. and he's been telling me for years how he's going to fix it up. He's going to fix it up. And finally, right before Motor City this year, he tells me that he's going to sell it. And I went to Motor City again without a car, and depressing, right?
Right.
So that whole time,
without something.
Yeah. So I started thinking about it while I was there. Anyway, when I came back, I ended up approaching him and telling him, "Hey, I think I would like to buy it. Let's keep it in the family, and at least you can see it get fixed up, and you can, you know, see somebody else enjoying it, you know." So that's how that ended up happening. So, but yeah, already, you know, just did a little suspension work. You know,
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
In the spirit of the build,
yeah,
where do you want to go with something like that?
With the red car now?
Mm-hmm, the notch.
Honestly,
considering where you just came from with the blue.
Yeah. So honestly, with this car, the priority right now is to just make sure that it's roadworthy, which I have gotten it there.
Suspension work. You talked about suspension work. What'd you do to it?
So the car was like it even my wife was like, "Why does this sit so high?" Because she's never seen a car on stock, you know, suspension at that ride height.
4x4.
Yeah. I'm like, all right. So that sounds like I have permission now to do this. And actually, so here's the story for you. I decided, my buddy Dwayne, he's a Chicano Fox.
Yep.
He says, "Hey, don't buy anything." He's like, "Let's just
go.
Yeah, cut the springs. Let's go down and dirty, cut the springs." Right. So we do it. And actually, I have a video eventually I'm going to do, I'm going to put together, but
the stance video, that'd be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not a how-to, because that's the kind of stuff like, you know, Brutal and you guys do that stuff really well. I'm not like a how-to kind of guy, but I just did a quick little video, and so afterwards the car was sitting really pretty. We went for a ride, everything was fine, and the next morning I was going to like a season closer for a local car club, and I got about 2 blocks away from my house, and the car started bouncing a little bit, and I'm like, well, that's weird. And as soon as I hit about like 35-40 miles an hour, it sounded like the car was like grounded out.
Wow.
And what happened was the front strut just decided it was end of life. So I had to limp the car back home. Luckily I didn't get too far.
Oh man.
So I brought the car back home, and then the next weekend I ended up doing it the right way. I put some lowering springs on it and some new struts and rear shocks, and everything's fine now. But
yeah, cutting the springs is definitely a good. I like. Little does anybody know, like, I don't run coilovers in the back of my white car. I actually have their factory coil GT springs with about a half, 3/4 of a coil cut out of it. And the best we've been in the 60 foot's 119 with my left foot, right foot. I didn't even use my 2-step then. We just recently did that. And I've been a lot of 20s and, you know, 22s, 24s, 25s. The car just comes out of the hole like it's mad at the, you know, at the world. But you can do a lot with less when done correctly. And
Yeah.
I think I do think, you know, when we're staying relatable, you know, that's an option. As I know, doing lowering springs and doing tubular stuff, and you start stepping into suspension, you could really go down a, you know, a serious rabbit hole road, budget and or big money, either one. But I get what you're saying. So you're saying that your strut like kind of fell apart and like the spring fell out? Is that
No, it just I this is what I'm assuming this is what happened, is that, you know, the car, the strut was just so used to just sitting for as long as it did, never being driven. And
yeah, cutting progressive ones are.
Yep, exactly.
So that's the trick right there, guys. Good job, Pimp.
Yep.
Right, sorry.
And so I'm assuming that because the car sat for so long and that strut was never exercised or whatever. And then when because I did hear every once in a while, I would hear that same like little it sounded like something was scraping. But what I think what was happening was that that strut was just slowly dying. And so I think when we actually cut the springs, that it just wasn't able to come back up or something, because I honestly, I couldn't even put my hand between the wheel and the top of the fender lip when I got back home, and it just started eating into the tire. So just completely collapsed. And, you know, I don't know, did we cut too much off the spring? Probably. But I don't think that was really the reason. People cut springs all the time. I just think that I probably either should have replaced the struts going into it and cut the springs, or just, you know, did what I ended up doing anyway, was just new struts and new springs and shocks in the back all the way around. So
I appreciate that, Whitetail, for the $10 super chat. Yeah, I think the rule of thumb with the way we've done it over the years, Tom, is I think it's a full coil out of the fronts and like a half-ish out of the back. Yeah. And usually that gets you close to like an inch and a half drop. I do most of my stuff is coil over. Like we have dads is cut springs. And you don't want to ever cut too much out. So it's just kind of a PETA to have to put that spring in and out. But I think Maximum Motorsports, I think LMR even sells that little cheap bolt-in thing that kind of helps you with the front spring if you don't have coilover.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of helps you, not only your fingers and safety, but helps you from cursing too much on a Sunday trying to put them damn things in.
Right.
So I cut 3/4 out of the rear B springs and paired them with strange adjustable shocks. Works really good. Yeah. So, I mean, just like Pimp was saying, it depends on if they're linear, if they're progressive rate. I guess you have to identify stuff like that. You know, if you're going to be doing the budget lowering of your factory cut these springs, because there's nothing wrong with them, you want to cut a little out at a time. So maybe half spring at a time. I wouldn't go any further than a half spring. Take a look at it, drive it around, let it settle, come back the next week. If you don't like it, cut a little bit more out of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you can always cut more, but if you cut too much,
then cut twice, curse, or what is it? Cut once, curse twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that with exhaust. I did that the other week. I'm like, God bless it. I'm an inch short. I was in a hurry. It was late, and I was trying to put that exhaust on Dad's car. So we did all right. So, anyways, that's.
So I don't know if I answered your question totally as far as this car. The goal is to keep it on the stock ECU and just get it back. You know, I started with the interior too. The interior is actually pretty minty now.
Did you buy parts, or did you pull them out, and did you paint them? Did you pull them out? And
I'm sorry.
Did you buy plastics, or were they already good?
It was all good. Yeah, it was good. The only thing is that back in the day, the guy who owned the car, you know, this was actually a guy we went to high school with. He started kind of like painting some of the interior stuff black. You know, I think his goal was to turn it all black. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have good really interior paint back then, and he just sprayed it on the plastic. So the good thing is that I think with a little bit of paint thinner or something a little less strong, I could probably take that paint off, and then I have the original plastics again.
Mm-hmm.
But my nephew put black carpet in there, so the carpet is new. The seats, which are stock, are mint. They actually lock, like you have to pull a little lever in the back to get the back
nice.
to pull forward. So
that latch isn't worn out.
Yeah, exactly. So the latch is really good. But again, going back to the previous owner, back when we were teenagers and we didn't have any money to buy, heads or superchargers and stuff like that. Like, the way to make the car fast was to, put a gear in it and maybe some exhaust, and then try and lighten the car.
Right.
So he started lightening the car, and he pulled the the AC off, and this is the big one, like the accumulator. I guess he didn't have the right tool to pop that line off, so he just kind of bent it like this, and it broke behind the firewall.
Right.
So now I've got a project on my hands, because my wife, like, that was another one of the rules with this car, was like, she wants the AC back in. It's kind of going to end up being her car. I'm going to teach her how to drive stick with that car.
Oh, I love it. Make sure you put that on the channel, man.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like, that car, a stock Mustang is so easy to drive. I think they have a very forgiving clutch. You don't have to give it a lot of throttle. Actually, you can, if you're slow with it, you can probably just let the clutch out, and it'll start moving by itself. But so she's driven stick before, but it's been a long time. But yeah, this is going to be, I think we want to get it fixed up, and then it'll be her car, or if she doesn't want to drive it, I'll take it out, sometimes too. So
okay.
But I got to put the AC back in it. So that's
kind of the worst. Now you have the worst job to do on a Fox body.
Oh yeah, pull the dash, and then
you might as well do the heater core while you're at it, brother.
Yeah. But that's the heat's not working either, so it's going to be two birds, one stone, I guess. So
what got you into, now that we've talked about your cars and kind of in the direction you're headed to, what got you into you said something about like build depression. What actually kind of triggered that? What got you?
It's
if you don't mind me asking.
No, that's fine. It's kind of being a part of this community, and also trying to be with social media and YouTube and stuff like that, and trying to put out content. It's kind of hard to smile and be happy for everybody else when.
And I think a lot of people can relate to this when they're building their cars or trying to work on them.
Yeah. Now, I do want to say this, that I can tell you, if anybody's going through what I had been going through, and you've got a little bit of depression because something's wrong with your car and you can't get it fixed, and then you see everybody else's perfect build, trust me, they are not perfect. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many times, you see a video and somebody starts up their car and it's like, oh, it's perfect, it's okay. Well, how many times did they start their car, before they got that perfect clip, right? Or they had to let it warm up because it surges when it's cold or something like that. I'm telling you, like, there are not many perfect Fox bodies out there. So don't get depressed. Don't fall into that rabbit hole right there.
Yeah, that's exactly, like, we talk about that all the time. And that's basically what I'm saying, today, with just build you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to try to build a perfect Fox body, there is nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But don't, and I talked earlier, don't fade, don't fake it, and don't follow.
No.
So we don't fade, because if you do it too long, you're going to fade.
Yeah.
You're just going to be going through the motions. You're going to be spending the money, and you're going to be sitting there not happy with what you're staring at, a bunch of boxes. Don't fake it saying that you're happy because you got all this stuff to put on your car, but it ain't on the car. And then don't chase and follow to try to be the best car or to try to be the best horsepower, because it's just in the rabbit hole, and it's a never ending it's you versus you and how you build it.
And yeah, you're right too. I think you have to have your goal. Like, you have to know where you're going, because I was kind of in that weird purgatory where I just knew that I wanted my car to be, you know, kind of cool and kind of fast, but I didn't really know exactly what the end game was. As soon as like Cookie Monster, that whole concept came up, the cookie cutter, Cookie Monster thing, it was just like this weight was lifted off my shoulder, because I knew, okay, I'm going to have a car that appears to be stock and looks, again, with the chrome ponies and stock hood, you know, everything like that.
Right.
But I'm going to build this, you know, wicked motor, and you know, it's going to be a 9-second, you know, street car. Right. But it's going to be very unsuspecting. Like it's going to catch some people off guard. So as soon as I had that path, then it's like, oh yeah, exactly. So now I'm more comfortable about that. But yeah, look, I think I heard you say this earlier. There will always be somebody with more money.
Mm-hmm.
There will always be somebody who has more time. And don't chase somebody else, because you're not going to be happy with your results if you're trying to compete with other people. There's always, you know, we all know like guys out there with like insane, you know, cars, right?
Absolutely. We have one of the best genres, and it's good people that own these cars. And keep in mind that they have spent thousands, not only hours, but dollars,
right,
trying to do what they did with their build. Continue. Right. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, I'm fortunate to be friends with a lot of these guys. You know, like Mario's a really good friend of mine. And you know, his car wasn't built overnight. You know, his car's been 13, 14 years, I believe. And you know, sometimes I see people trying to chase Mario, and I always tell them, I'm like, look, every time he touches his car, he sets the bar higher and higher. And you know, that's the thing, like, don't chase other people, like just do your own build and you'll be so much happier.
Yeah. If you guys ever get a chance, he's talking about, was it B-Notch?
B-Notch 92. Yeah.
He's on Instagram, B-Notch 92. Absolutely. Oh, I always,
it's a Bimini notch.
Bimini notch, first of all.
You know, like his engine bay is just insane. His new wheels. I mean, his trunk, carbon fiber, you know, bottom on the trunk, and just like everything is just
it's a magazine car 30 years ago, like every other month. You know? So if you guys get a chance to come to a show, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's fast too. You know, he's got it's a 347 with a you know, YSI, and it's a bad street car. You know,
bad bitch. You can say it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a bad bitch.
It is.
And Mario's a really, really, really good guy. So if you guys get a chance and you come into one of these shows, B-Notch 92, you'll see it.
Yeah.
You're like, that's got to be the car Neo and Tom were talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, and most of you probably already know, I'm sure. I mean, that's probably one of the most popular fox bodies on social media. I mean, it's beautiful. Yeah. B-Notch 92. He's on Instagram. I'm pretty sure he's on Facebook page. I don't know if he made a page, but I follow him on all that stuff. He's a really good guy. I love that build, man.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and he's not the only one. There's a number of our friends that are just, you know, absolute tier. Yeah. There's not even a tier to name their cars because they're just so beautiful. They're so perfect. And there's just, you know, something that they have spent, you know, countless hours, not only planning, but executing. And you know, it's
right.
You know, we all have our own directions. Like when I got my coupe SSP, you know, I'm going to head in the direction of putting a lot of the parts in the white car because we literally ripped the white car apart trying to go too fast. So we're going to switch cars, and I'm going to head in the direction of knowing that I'm still not going to be the fastest stick shift guy, and I'm not trying to be. It's going to be faster because it's 500 pounds lighter, but it's still going to look street car-ish, kind of like where you went with Cookie Monster with, I'm going to have a stock hood on it. You know, all you're going to see is a parachute and a set of beadlocks. and it's just like, you know, I'm going to enter small tire classes, maybe the low budget or the little gangster. The goal is to be able to be competitive in little gangsters next year, which is a no prep class that has a 530 index in the 8th mile, which is about 530s is around 80s in the quarters, 18s. I don't think it's 790. I think 830s is more like 18s, 820 range, 170 mile an hour. Yeah, it's that's where we're headed with the coupe. And like, it's kind of funny because we have a good genre of cars and good people that follow, like, in creating content. We have we're kind of spoiled, if I'm being honest, because you got so many good different styles of builds out there that, I mean, look at the Best in Show at Foxtoberfest. That was that car was absolutely. Was that 86 GT? What was his name? Mark? John. Yeah. I'm sorry, I was thinking of somebody else. And the car was absolutely. And I think somebody caught a picture when he won, and he was so humbled. If you guys get a chance to go check out the Foxtoberfest Best of Show, what color was that?
Good question. I know the car. The car's name is like Blue, I believe. Mm-hmm. And I met John like for the first time, like in person, the night before.
Okay.
I was outside the host hotel, and I'm just like looking at this car. It's parked right in the front.
You couldn't stop looking at it.
And he goes, he said something to me, and he's like, it's coyote swapped. And I'm like, oh, is this your car? Like, cause I didn't know, I know the cars. Like, I don't know a lot of times the people, because sometimes people don't post their faces. Right. So you just know the cars. Right. I didn't know this car at all anyway, but John has a bunch of cars, So these New York guys, like they all got like the coolest cars. So John came, he had a smile from ear to ear, and he pops the hood and he's letting us look inside the car. It was the coolest thing. And then here I find out that, the next day he wins Best of Show. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's what it's all about, man. Yeah, it's so cool.
We have a good, whether it's budget or big money, we have a good genre of respectable folk that, and that's what keeps me, coming back to make more content, and I know that it's safe. I have a safe spot, being able to do content with my dad's car, which is nowhere. I mean, the paint needs to be, you get what I'm saying. I got the black car. It's got the patina paint job on it that the clear coat's missing. I'm okay with that. And everybody else is too.
Yep.
And, and it sucks because I see some of these other car genres and they talk so much shit about each other. And it's just like, bro,
yeah,
like, I would definitely not want to be part of something like that. So, it's good to be part of this genre, guys. The shows that we go to, speaking of which, I got an announcement. The shows that we're going to next year, I really want you guys to really consider possibly going to see, myself and Brutal and Caleb and Brother Tom and, and Kenny Sean, if he comes to it, Mario Pinito, Tom, Five Asylum, John Brooks with Dale. Yeah. I mean, there's so many cars. Foxtoberfest was the absolute, if you missed it, you missed 900 cars. And I'm going to tell you, you ain't going to see them in one day. And you're going to see a lot of really, 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 really cool builds, from budget to big dollar, patina to perfect. I mean, we talk about perfect. That's kind of a facade, but it is, there's a lot of really, really nice cars that were at that show. But
yeah.
Anyways, I did the announcement that I wanted to make, and you're here, and I wanted to ask you this. What do you think about pits?
So I haven't been there yet. The goal for me is in March out here we have a show called World of Wheels. It's the first week of March. So we're, as a car club, are supposed to be we're calling ourselves a car club.
Okay.
But we're going to have I think it's almost like 10 cars. So that's the goal right there, is to get the car in there, and then obviously pits is like a couple weeks after that. I've never been. I've been talking with my buddy Dwayne. We've been talking about it, but somebody told me that it's all sold out already. Even like Spectator and everything, it's already sold out. It sounds like it's the show to be at if it's that popular.
So I had been speaking with, and I'm not gonna. obviously I have a lot of fun when I get a chance to kind of collaborate, and when I, especially with, other people who create content here on the, in our genre. Cause like, I'll just film and airdrop it. I did a lot of that at Foxtoberfest, and, and we share we go back and forth. It's, it is what it is, but pits, I was thinking of a show that I could go to next year, because I really want to either bring the black car or dad's car out a little bit more. The coupe's going to kind of be in hiding, and the white car's waiting for surgery. So, we want to stay relatable as I possibly can for 26. I know a lot of the folks in the past few years, no prep racing and the stick shift stuff that I do is kind of like a side hustle to like our main objective on the channel. And pits, I think, is all Mustangs, right?
Yeah.
So, and they have something that really caught my interest is they have a king of the pit. What is that? They have, it's like you have to be part of all the events. Like you have to do the road racing, because there's road racing, there's drifting.
Wow.
I guess this is kind of the way it's explained to me. I think Mike Johnson at 417 Fox was trying to explain to me. He's like, listen, they have this week-long competition. I mean, don't quote me on this, and it sounded really intriguing. It's like you have to still show your car, so you get points there. You get points for doing the autocross. You get points for drag racing. Come on.
Yeah.
And then you get points for like drifting the car. So it's like the king of all of it.
Right.
And that's how you get points. So I thought that was a really cool concept. I'm like, you never really see stuff like that. So I was very interested in going to pits, and I'm pretty sure pits is like March, April.
I think it's the end of March next year.
That's almost perfect, because that's when snow's falling here out.
Yeah.
So that would be something that I would be interested in. And I think I have a couple other people. I don't know. I'm not going to kind of let the cat out of the bag, but I had been speaking to another individual who's very, very interested in achieving, going to pits as well. So that's something that I think, I'll make an announcement, well in advance. And I'm nobody, so we're just going to show up and blow up, as far as, one of our cars. We might as well bring a damn extra engine. I don't know. So if you guys have been in pits, that's, have been to pits and chat and know what I'm talking about, maybe you can kind of correct me a little bit on kind of what that's all about, like the whole points thing and what they do. The king of the street. I don't know. So it sounds very intriguing, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we had a couple of really good comments there. Pimp was talking. Part of why our car group is so good, it's because made of primarily old guys. Not in a bad way, but we're grounded, we're family oriented, and stupid ego of being young is gone, down to earth. Yeah, I mean, because real recognizes real. I say that all the time. When we're in this genre, and it's just like, if you're out there hating on somebody's car, and just like I said earlier, I mean, you're going to hear it from some people. You know what I mean? Hey, that's somebody's hundreds of dollars. It could be thousands. It could be tens of thousands. It could be 100,000. Like, let the dude build. Yeah. This is the poor man's supercar. It's always been that way. It's the lightweight. Huh? Yeah,
especially the younger guys. This is something that Andrew was hinting on when we had at Foxtoberfest, when we were all having like our little chat, and he was saying, like, when a young guy or girl gets their first car and it's a Mustang, it's not like he said, a bullet, or it's not some beautiful, unless they got money, but they might step into a really low budget Fox body, and we need to support them and encourage them, and not again talk down to them or talk smack because they don't have a perfect Fox body.
Right.
But that's like the community that we're in right now, is that we are very supportive, because we've all been there.
Exactly.
We've all been there before. So
I mean, shit, I'm there now. Relatable. Got to be relatable. Exactly. That's exactly. I'm probably going to use this same thumbnail in like an actual video and talk about just being relatable, like how I came to Foxtoberfest and found, and you just talked about this with your notchback, like you just found something. It's just like something that had been hiding in dormant for a long time, you know, like, hey, why don't we peel it back a little bit, you know?
Right.
And calm it down a little bit. You got the car that you like a lot. What about this other one? It's like, you know, you call it the mistress, call it the side hustle, call it whatever you want. You know, I call it therapy and peace. You know what I mean? A safe place for, and a lot of you guys in our chat and a lot of guys on the channel can relate to that stuff. Cause I mean, it's not just about turning wrenches per se. It's about being part of something. When you own a Fox body, you're part of a genre. You're part of a group of people that are good people, and you represent them. You know, it's okay to get out there and get a little squirrely and do a little, you know, do a little burnout here and there or whatever like that. But you know, if you need help, you know, I'm always trying to answer tech questions in Fox Body Mafia, in all of the, you know, Fox Body Addicts, whatever. If I see something, I'll answer it. I try to answer as much as I can in tech. I get hit with a lot of tech questions all day long, and I try my best. And it's, you know, you never know who's on the other end of that.
Right.
And it's just there's a build depression with there, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to do the, you know, you're fading, you're faking it, or you're following. And it's just like, you know, it's just the message that I'm trying to say is you could fall into these categories very simply, and it'll lead you right down a rabbit hole. And then guess what happens? You end up selling the project, taking a huge loss on it. And then a year later, you're mad because you don't have your therapy. You don't have your car in the garage to work on. And now it's all gone.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I know somebody who actually bought a, I mean, to me, it's a race car. It's just, you know, chasing horsepower and, you know, that kind of stuff. And it's a really pretty car, but it's really, it's a race car. And having a private chat with him, and he's telling me how he goes, honestly, Tom, he's like, the car scares the shit out of me. You know, he's like, it's the brakes, it's got manual brakes, manual steering. He's like, it's hard to turn. He's like, I was going through an intersection really fast and I almost couldn't stop. And he's like, the car scares the shit out of me. And, you know, again, now he's kind of having like second, you know, it's too late. He's already got the car, right? But he was chasing this, oh, I want this fast, you know, street car. And this is what happens, you know?
Yeah, I mean, and they tell you, you know, when you put the, like Strange told me when I put the brakes on, they're like, these are not road brakes.
Yeah.
Listen, my car stops at 160 without a parachute. These brakes are badass.
Yep.
But they are, you know, you do get brake fade from stuff like that. You know, trying to make sense of it all, trying to make like a, you know, race car parts, B street car parts. Is definitely something that we get mixed up. And, you know, the builds that we've done over the years, there's a lot of really cool stuff that you can do to a Fox body. And I think the Brembo caddy brake, you know, what is it? CTS, the stuff that we're about to do to the black car, because we're going to change the K member. We've been talking about doing that for years. I even did an intro video to it like 3 years ago, Tom, and it's still sitting in boxes of shit over there. So anyway,
it happens.
You're talking $120 caliper that's got 4 pistons in it. You don't need, hell, you only need one of those. You know. So I mean, there's just so much cool stuff. There's so many things that you can do, and we got a good community. And you know, the build depression will happen to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to me really bad last year. It just got to the point to where by the time I even, you know, kind of got the cobwebs out of my eyes and it was time for race season, you know, it was already mid-January. I'm not taking a car completely apart to do it, you know, like a surgery, transmissions or whatever, transformate, whatever. I was going to do that to the Jeep last year, but now it's the white car's actually broke. Like it's torn. So it's just like in the middle, I've got this really crazy area in the middle. I don't know if you've seen the Facebook, but there's a big hole like right at the rear seat. And I'm going to bring the video out this week. I was hoping to make another pass at the track just to see if it's actually cracking further. It's almost like it almost reminds you of like a ripped torque box. Like this is
Yeah.
new. I've never seen this before.
Oh, wow.
Looks like the drive shaft came up and hit the floor, and it's right there like the yoke. So it's above the yoke, and it's just like, this makes no sense.
Right.
So as soon as I showed that, Skylar Hardy, a good friend of mine, a Tremec sponsor, he pulled his he pulled his seat back, and sure as shit, it was all crinkled up in the same spot about the rip. So he immediately, he was about to head to Mod Nats too. So, I'm hoping maybe I saved him. It was a safety thing. That's a safety thing. At that point, the car's tweaking.
Yep.
And that at any point it could just pull you one way or we're under 2.5 G force there, which I mean isn't a lot, but it's a lot. So
yeah.
A little late tonight. What's up, Jesse Workman in the house? Guys, I appreciate all my members. I actually have the guys in green, Tom, are channel members. They actually have
cool.
It's like a monthly thing that they do, and those guys support me so well. They're always on the live chat with us, and I love them. They help me with some of the thumbnails and some of the titles, and I always try to do my best. But the main thing is just it's a good community. Not only on my channel, but pretty much on all the channels. You got a really good audience as well. I mean, you got a lot of videos that are big, big numbers, good engagement, well made. If you guys had a chance to go check out Brother Tom's YouTube video, I mean, he's got this notch back. Have you put that on your channel yet? Or
yeah, I did kind of like a fixer upper intro. It's I think videos like that are not really you're not going to get 100,000 people watching it, but
yes.
We can have a whole other chat about social media, because then you've got the guys chasing the views, like that, like they feed off of that. I think we're all guilty of that in a little bit too, but I've gotten to the point where, look, when I started my YouTube channel, I said it from the beginning, and I'll say it again. I didn't do it to get famous. I didn't do it to make any money, because I'm sure you can agree with me. Like
ramen noodle. Yeah.
YouTube does not pay the bills, right?
No.
It's nice every once in a while. You get a little bit of money, but I did it because, I'm passionate about these cars and the community. And, I was fortunate to have, I've got some friends with some cool cars. I wanted to show them off. I want to show off my car. And then it just kind of grew from there. One of the greatest things, though, I can tell you about, like the YouTube and the social media, is that, I've met people like you. I've made so many new friends. Again, Dwayne, I guess I started to keep like going in all these stories, but
no, go ahead.
So my buddy Dwayne, Chicano Fox, like we met because of this, right? So during COVID, I didn't know him, right? So during COVID, he, everybody's can't go out, can't do anything. So he started watching YouTube, and he was an old foxbody guy, right? So he happens to see the video pop up with me and Mario. So he's watching the video and he's like, oh shit, these guys are in Illinois. These guys are by me. Next thing you know, he's looking online, and he went and bought a foxbody, went and bought his GT. We bumped into each other at a local car show, and now him and I, he's my Foxtoberfest, buddy. Like, we've been there 3 times now with each other, and we live not too far from each other. So we're very good friends. So things like that, right? I've talking to you and Caleb. Like Caleb was the first guy that when I bought my car, I went on YouTube. I'm like, I've been out of the game for 20 years, whatever. Let's just see what's going on. And first mods, exactly. And his video popped up, and so just getting to meet you guys, and even like here, I got the opportunity to be on with you and talk with you and stuff like that, like all that,
man, through
social media.
Yeah, I've always, I've had much respect for I think you're in Chicago, right?
Yeah, I'm in the burbs. Yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah. So, much respect for everybody there. I think Mario's there, Chicano Fox, which is Dwayne. Yeah. I think Kenny Sean. He was. Yeah, Ken used to, but he moved a few years ago. But yeah, he was out here too, and I met him again through. I met Ken before YouTube,
before he had his channel, any of this. So, but yeah, he was out here as well. Yeah.
I'm in Pimp says I'm in Illinois. I'm sure we'll run into each other at some point. So
yeah, absolutely.
I don't think that's a Canadian tag right there in this. I don't remember. I think that's maybe a hockey thing. I don't remember what he had said. Pimp, what is that? Because I mean, this is StreamYard, so you get to see the little icons that they use on their YouTube. So
well, if he's in Illinois, I'm in the Bartlett area. So yeah, hit me up, man. Next year, I like to. There's a couple local car clubs and stuff that have shows out here. And then of course, Motor City's probably the closest big show because from us, it's about 4 hour drive. So,
so we're looking to what's your shows next year? What are you going to bring you're going to have the Cookie Monster for these shows next year? So which ones you looking at?
So again, we're trying to get into World of Wheels, which is not really like a Mustang show. World of Wheels is I think it is a national show. But out here, it's at I believe the Donald E. Stevens, which is in Rosemont, Illinois, and it's a very big show. They have some really big dollar cars in there.
Okay.
Usually they're like the older, like an old Impala or something like that. But again, we're signing up kind of as a club, so we're going to have cars in there. As far as the Mustang shows, I'm hoping pits. I gotta see if I can work this one out. It's a matter of getting my car there. I don't have a truck or a trailer, so that one I might be able to work something out with the streetcar guys. Because it'll be the first public show.
Hell yeah.
Definitely going to Motor City. That's my show. I'm good friends with Bill Butler too. Who was Bill was one of the guys that was involved with that show, and so definitely want to support those guys. And again, it's a local show. And I've been promising Caleb for 3 years that I'm coming, so it's on my list. If it's that show. I'm definitely going to do my best to try and get to take over next year. If I can only take my car to one show, it's gonna be that one. So,
born in Canada, live in Western Chicago burbs. EPI worked on my car.
Oh, Epi. Yeah, that's Epi. Actually, Epi's the one that came. Yeah, Epi's done some work on my fixer upper already. He came over to help me with the suspension. Yeah, Epi's a good guy.
I didn't know that was a name. Sorry.
Yeah, Epifanio. Yeah, it's a short for Epi's a good guy. He works at a speed shop. He's been working on mainly Fox bodies, but all Mustangs for many years. Really good guy.
Cool.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna try and hit as many shows as I can next year. So
yeah, we'd love to have you, man. We'd love to collaborate a little bit. I mean, I know that I'd love to see that Cookie Monster video, or not video, but that build in person.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, do a little ride along or something. Put the camera up in the corner.
I'll let you drive it, man.
I don't take passenger view very well.
I'll let you drive the car, man.
You drive me. You drive the car. I mean, I'll put the camera in the corner. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you, but there's just something about being in the passenger seat. It's just
it's different. Yeah, it's totally different, right?
What are you doing? What are you doing? You'll stop.
Yeah. I doing these videos, I've been fortunate enough to be in some really high horsepower cars, and
yes,
I'll tell you, nobody has ever scared me where I was feared for my life or anything,
right.
I've been in a couple cars that really just they scared me, how fast and how
acceleration, the G
violently fast they are on the street.
Right.
And it was eye-opening for sure,
Yeah. It's called King of the Smokies. That's what we were talking about earlier. Thank you guys
cool.
for and Pimp said, Tom, have you met Troy? The black 1,000 horsepower LX. He's down in Joliet. I don't know if I have. I would like to. There you go.
Yeah, Joliet. Yeah, that's Joliet's local to me as well.
Yeah, so like I said, if you're in the Chicago area or near Brother Tom, want to collaborate or whatever with him, he's he's Brother Tom on Instagram. Very easy. Instagram probably the best. YouTube, you can't really message anybody on YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
You just comment on stuff and hope they see it. But that's why we have Facebook. That's why we have Instagram. So we can get messages, to collaborate with people. So
yeah,
you guys go check him out and make sure you drop a follow and a like on what he's got going on, because he's got some good stuff. We all go through some periods in our life. I go through it every other month, just trying to get a video, trying to do something that's going to catch some traction to where my audience doesn't get bored of the same shit over and over again, where I'm racing all the time. I don't like to do, I get so busy at some of these events. I don't like to miss doing footage at the event. And it just seems like the last couple have been so busy with Ford Takeover and Foxtoberfest now. I mean, the only footage that I could get was what I was doing, with like the racing and the dyno, and that was it. I didn't see hardly any Fox bodies. And it's just, I guess I just need to take some time and go down and come down there a few days earlier. You know what I mean? So I'm not in a rush. It's tough, man. I'm trying to do that life thing.
Yeah. One thing I've noticed with, I don't really like to do show videos. Like I like to do car, let's just focus on a car and the owner and the story and stuff like that. But I've done show videos, but what I've noticed is that you miss a lot because you're just walking around doing this the whole time and trying to think of what's a good angle for this, or what do people want to see, and you're not in the moment. So I try not to do show videos. I just try to enjoy. But what I can tell you, Danny, what I love about your content is that I just feel like we're hanging out in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
We're just a couple buddies and stuff like that, and you're, except I'm not turning any
wrenches. The car, we're over here.
Yeah, you're under the car. You're walking around. You're talking about, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and so that's, I think I told you this before. Like I don't always comment, but I am always watching, and
I appreciate that.
And I think a lot of other people, same way. But that's what I appreciate about your stuff is that when I'm not doing something myself and I'm kind of in a funk or whatever, at least I can watch what you and Caleb, again, another guy, he's constantly Foxcast.
We all go through it, Tom. It's just, hey, it's just trying to make content. You just got to, everybody's going through something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether it's financial, whether it's family, whether it's work, whatever. I mean, and that's what makes, being in the shop, being in the garage, it's kind of like a safe spot. Spin some wrenches, take your mind off some shit, and just, you either coming into a storm or going out of one. And, just got to put your head forward and keep moving. And, sometimes it just got to, you got to work your way out of the funk, man. You just got to, whether you're building your car or trying to save up money, there's a bunch of side hustles that you can do to try to help fund your project. I mean, I know I'm kind of going on a tangent there, but everybody's going through something.
Yeah.
And you don't want to fake it. You don't want to fade out. When I say fade out, it's going through the motions, just spending the money, but not for any reason other than to follow and chase. You know what I mean? Right. There's something to be said about that.
Yeah. I can say though, that, to these guys that are going through it, that are struggling with their cars, man, stick with it, because
yes,
the reward is just I think
per gallon.
It's definitely worth it. And again, this fixer upper, it's like primer, and the guy was, I don't know if he was planning on painting it, but he sanded a lot of the clear off 90% of the car. So, but when I get in that car, I'm smiling ear to ear. I don't care. It makes the noises that the iconic, sounds that, I remember when I was a kid, and again, it's not fast, but neither was my first Mustang or my second Mustang.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't have a fast Mustang until it was in my 30s, and I, bought this blue car.
I don't think I still don't have a fast Mustang.
Yeah. It'll never be fast enough, right?
Shit. Right. That's the shit I'm trying to tell you right now. It's just, you're always going to find that one scratch.
Yep.
Like my truck, I've had my truck for 5 years. Real quick, I know every nick and ding or whatever, nicked paint, scratched, whatever. There's like 3, and I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I mean, I drive this thing in the snow. God forbid that it shows 5 years of wear on it, but
right.
My Mustang, it's just like, oh shit, I just went 130 in the 8th.
Yeah.
Well, it's not 131. It's just always something, man. It's your head playing games with you. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely, yeah.
And then you just get into that, man. I ain't going into the shop tonight. I'm just gonna eat some pizza and watch the game. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. But if you got work to do, you better get busy.
Yep.
Shit. Next thing you know, the weather breaks and you're like, oh man, it's still.
My car's not done. Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of me trying to do what I do. You know what I mean? And I lead. Listen, I don't just talk that shit. I lead it. I got cars that I'm always, man, I don't know what happened to my black car, bro. That cheap crankshaft failed me, or I failed it.
So are you sure that it's the crank?
It's 100% the crank.
Okay.
It was I don't know. It was just we checked bearing clearances. You're supposed to check them all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we missed one. I don't know. I'm gonna take an L. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was the China load crankshaft was wrong. It doesn't matter. I'm the one who I'm the dummy who put it together, right?
Yeah.
Nobody twisted my arm to not check those bearing clearances. So there you have it. I mean, one bearing clearance was probably like 1 1/4 or 1.5 thou, which is way too tight for something like that. 2, 2.5, 2 3/4 where we wanted to be, and we kind of were there. That's why all the mains were perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you take an L with it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you take an L and you just move on. And we got to pull the motor out. It's going to be bigger, better, stronger, faster next time. We're going to make that 500 wheel. I promised the channel, which we were at 472, and I'm just going to enjoy it, Tom. 500 is the number.
Yeah.
Got big cylinder heads. Got a big inch Windsor stroked out. The car's just, Dad's car is going to stay. Like, we're not going to go any faster with Dad's car or make any more horsepower. Like, we're going to go faster, but we're going to do it in the way that doesn't require us to lean on it.
Right.
You were talking earlier, we started talking about weight. So I got one mod that'll put Dad's car in the 10s tomorrow. And we're going to talk about that over the winter. And we're going to steal some parts from a couple cars. I ain't got all that money, man. I ain't got your money, Tom.
Oh man, I don't have any money left. That blue card took it all from me.
It's like the worst time of the year to be spending money on cars.
Oh,
got Christmas, got Thanksgiving, travel. I mean, shit. When in the north, as well as I do, we want to get the hell out of here at least 1 week out of the month or one of those months.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping, with this travel crap that's going on, we're going to Arizona for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and, that's Mark's. That's Lucifer. That's Mark Savoy's area.
Oh, okay.
You know Mark?
Yep. I do, but I don't. Meaning I do know
the blue GT. Shit. He made like 540 wheel all motor in that car.
He's a cool guy. When I was having trouble with my car, he was messaging me.
Yes, he said something about helping your electrical gremlins earlier.
Super cool guy. I don't think we've ever met in person though. That's again like what I mean. Like I know everybody's cars, but I don't know them in person. So, but yeah, super cool guy. I really appreciate him and everybody else. When I was having some issues, I think I was on 5.0 Asylum or maybe the Roland my 5.0. I was actually on both of those, but anyway, a lot of people started reaching out like immediately, and that was again support. That's this club that we're in, if you want to call it. It's amazing, the community. So
that's why I stay in it, man. That's why I stay doing what I can do. You put your head down, you make the content. People will listen. If it's relevant. It doesn't have to. We especially creating content, we put ourselves in a position that we don't want to let anybody down. Yeah. And we want to make relatable builds. We want to make relatable content like we just talked about today. And that's really, after the Foxtoberfest thing, it just really kind of just opened my eyes and like, bro, like there's a reason why your race video is only getting 1,000 views and these other ones are getting 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
you know, and people, it's kind of weird because not weird, but it's humbling that people want to sit here on a Sunday. Usually there's 7,500 people. I was a little late today, but I have an area like 8 o'clock to like 9:30, quarter to 10, which we're already past. But like, it's just humbling that people want to hear what you have to say. And that's because we've been doing it a long time. We've been creating good quality content a long time, and just trying to help folks naturally not only build them, but show them what we are passionate about. And you can, in real, recognizes real. And the passion is obvious, you know, so.
Yeah, I can, you know, when it comes to like social media and stuff, I tell people like, you can smell a salesman a mile away, meaning like you can tell when somebody's making content because they're trying to be famous, or they're just trying to be like, you know, they want to have something that's going to blow up, right? They want to have the next big, you know, YouTube video or something. But they don't, like you're saying, like you can tell that they don't really have the passion, or they're really just doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, real recognizes real. You're 100% right.
Right, and it's very humbling. Again, you know, go back to my friend Dwayne, like to know that my silly little video, you know, inspired him to get back into the foxbody game, and you know, again, like him and I have, you know, with all of our other friends too, we have a lot of mutual friends now, but, you know, we've been to a lot of shows together. And, you know, besides that, we're personal friends. We're real lifelong friends now.
Right.
It's, but again, just because I made this video, and it's very humbling, you know, and when I have people come up and talk to me, if I'm at a show or something like that, and people come up and talk to me and they tell me they enjoyed this, or they like that, or they just, you know, ask a follow-up question from a video, like that to me is very humbling. This is why I still enjoy doing it. And I'll continue to do it as long as people watch. And I don't care, again, if it's, you know, 1,000 views or 100,000 views.
That's right.
Because in my opinion, the videos that get 1,000 views, it's more the quality over the quantity, right? Like that's 1,000 people that really wanted to watch that. 100,000 views. Yeah, you might have had 100,000 views, but it doesn't necessarily mean that.
What's your retention? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right.
I mean, my retention is probably 60%, pretty much 50%, 60% through my whole videos. And
that's amazing.
That tells you right there, because it flatlines, you know, you're going to get the people that are interested, and then they may have to go back to work or something. And then it flatlines over like 50%. And that's the majority of my videos. I mean, minus the race ones, they get into the 30s. They just scroll ahead to see if I want.
They want to see the fast shit, right?
They just want to see if I wrecked or not.
Yeah.
Don't lie, y'all. Shit, don't lie. I almost rolled it a couple of times. Hell, we went sideways once, stared at a car passing us. Yeah, that happened. Jesse Workman, I'm just happy to have a car to play with. I never be fast, but I'll have fun.
That's what it's all about, man.
Hard. You know, he comes. You know, he comes to some of our events in Cincinnati and Columbus. I've actually met him a couple times, and you know, a hardcore, you know, foxbody enthusiast like all of us. And he found this car for like $1,000 in the barn, man. And he's the exact where we were at. You know, he's an enthusiast, and he's doing all his own work. He's showing me what he's doing. I think Super Dave too on the channel. Super Dave, I don't know if he was here tonight or not, but shout out to him. He's doing a no machine shop 351 Windsor build, which is, it's just like, he's just going to rebuild this shit like budget. You know what I mean? I always like to deck the block and polish the crank or whatever, but I can polish the crank myself, but I can't deck the block. I mean, why don't we do some sandpaper?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I leave that to the professionals, but as far as that's concerned, you know, that's really what it's kind of all about, Jesse. And that's really what it's all about. And we preach, I mean, there's big money and there's budget, and it's all okay.
Yeah. And what is fast, right? Like, you know, there's a reason why there's like classes in racing too, because, you know, there's always going to be something faster. So, look, with this red car, again, I told you it's as stock as it can be.
Right.
But I enjoy it. It's just friggin' fun.
Miles per gallon.
Yes. I cruise around at that like 2,000, 2,500 RPM, and I get those Mac mufflers humming.
Oh,
man, it just I feel like I'm 19 again, you know, cruising around.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
You know,
That's what I'm talking about, Tom.
So
I get into my black car, and that was one of the funniest things. It's like every time I got in my black car, it was just I'm not gonna lie to you. The FP mufflers just got my heart, man. It's just those things hit like hammers. Whatever they did in that muffler, that sounded almost like a Mac. Mac was more of a drone wrath, and then they hit. I don't know if they put extra walling in that shit or whatever. But listen, FP gave us a set of mufflers, and we sent that thing over the fence when we hit a home run with those mufflers. And we know I think the guy's name is it Nick? I can't remember the guy's name. He had, FP Performance did, I didn't really know who they were prior to them. In Hanlon actually hooked that up. So big shout to Hanlon Motorsports. But man, I brought some really good sound to those mufflers. They said, you need to put these on that car. And I'm like, all right, we'll give it a shot. And they fit right in. And as soon as I fired that thing up and I was just kind of comparing my footage, Tom, it was like, holy crap, this sounds good. And then, just driving it, just like you were just saying, just driving it, feel like you're 19. I can't help it but rev it down. How many of y'all go to a stoplight? Whoa.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what are you doing? You're 50. I'm just kidding.
I'll be doing when I'm 60. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing it until shit. I'm going to have hand paddles if I'm like in a wheelchair. I don't give a damn. I'll be romp. I'll be whatever, romping.
Yeah, because growing up, it was like stoplight to stoplight. That's where we had our fun. Cruising around here in the city and stuff like that. And it's just
we got some guilty people. Hey, if you're in my chat and you haven't done that and you're not in your foxbody, then it still must be on jack stands, and I'm a little disappointed you didn't get that shit on jack, because this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This is why we do it. Because you go to one of these shows, Foxtoberfest in specifically, because there's 900 of them. And all you hear running through the streets are Flowmasters, FP, Harm, Corsa, Borlas, Magnaflows. It's just it's the sound of the city, and I don't know. It gets me pretty fired up because I really want to get my black car back on. My dad's car is way too quiet. My white car's got a big old exit because it's turbo, and the black car was like. It was the one that you heard coming, right? Yeah. You're like, somebody like, and it turned everybody's head. And the fact that it made 500 will be close enough it's the craziest shit ever. So I get what you mean by the smiles and just enjoy your shit, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the first mods you put on that car is put some mufflers on it.
Yeah, exhaust. And that's, when we were growing up, that's really what we could afford. We'd do exhaust and maybe a gear, underdrive pulleys or something. Of course, K&N filter or whatever. But, those were like the teen budget mods.
Right. And Corn Racing, can you read that?
Slow. Yeah. I actually need these. this works.
Yeah.
Slow, more relatable. Absolutely. Next year is going to be a bit different with the red car. 12s are still fun when you can drive the car to the track and drive back home. No breaks. Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I think we had, I'm trying to find it real quick. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I'm hoping the blue car is going to be, again, the goal with the blue car is that it's going to be fast, but it's going to be reliable. Mm-hmm. I'm still, and some people are going to might hate on me for this. I don't. Maybe some people will appreciate, but I'm keeping the air conditioning on it, and so it's going to have air, it's going to have heat, it's going to have power steering, it's going to have power brakes, all that stuff. So it's going to be.
So Joe, we are just talking to Joe Sambito here on the channel. He got. Well, sorry about that, Tom.
It's okay.
I added something to the stage. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no. So I was just saying, the blue car is really going to be, more street than it is strip, but so that's why it's going to still have the creature comforts.
You're gonna be getting in it as on a good sunny day, and you're just gonna be smiling from stoplight to stoplight while everyone's like, holy shit. You got how many times you see you got the phone out?
Yeah.
People take a picture, get the phone out. Like they're waiting for you to pull out because like everybody that watches my car go down the street, hell, even my neighbors, they're like, "Ooh, I got to get your ass."
Yeah. I can't tell you, and you could probably, or I think a lot of people listening can relate to this. Like, I can't tell you how many times I'm at a gas station or I'm at the store, if I just happen to take the car out for whatever, and somebody stops me and they tell me, "Oh my God, my dad had one of these," or my brother or my cousin, or I had one of these cars. Oh, that's so cool. It's
an icon.
So many. It's I can't even count. And it's always fun. It's fun to talk to people,
So this is Corn Racing. This is
what he's got this 331 nasty little.
All right, so Corn Racing is a friend of mine, Joe. He's like, slow car stuff is more relatable. Now he has a, 8-second capable stick shift car, 9-second, mid 5, low 5, high 5. I don't even remember what he said he ran. That's the car that's right there. It says 86, and it's actually been on the channel before. But he and I got to talking, and
NA car.
Got a 331 all motor car, beautiful red
car, and we're going to be doing some stuff with him with the black car, some cool cruising stuff. So look forward to seeing this little build here on the channel and running and cruising with him down the road. Hell yeah! Good luck, babe.
Relatable.
Listen to that thing.
Nasty. It's a beautiful car in person. I mean,
go ahead.
What's that?
That's got a great stance.
Yeah, he's got that fucking thing.
Good? Good. That thing sounds nasty.
Yeah.
So I had told him when we were at the track that day, I'm like, listen, we got to do some relatable content with the black car, all motor stuff. And that's kind of what brought me to the whole Pure Street thing down in Foxtoberfest and Ford Takeover, pending Caleb lets me run that. Because, Motor City Fox Fest is it's kind of a cruise thing on Friday. I don't know if they're ever, but we do the Ford Garage thing, but it's just a hard parking event, which if you don't know what a hard parking event is, we're just parking to hang out. So, but yeah, we're going to be doing some stuff with Joe next year, and we're going to be doing some stuff with several other people. I hope, with Brutal, we're going to be doing some stuff with Hanlon and Zach, because they're doing some street car stuff. They started a channel, Coyote Racing channel, which is pretty cool. CRC. I helped them try to get, as much as they can for their content. It's hard in social media right now if you don't already have kind of your foot in the sand.
Yeah.
There's just so many people out there with phones, creating content, and you only see you got to be careful because you only see 15 seconds of somebody's build that took thousands of hours and money to, right? Like you were talking earlier, like this little clip. So I just do that budget dumb shit in a junkyard. I'm like, hey, look, I found some GT40 heads. Everyone's gonna be like, let me get them, let me buy them.
Yeah.
All right, I got a banner I'm gonna have to give away, and I got a shirt or a hat I got to give away. We did. I appreciate all the people that donated to the channel. We do like a little buy-in, whatever you want to call it. So it's pretty neat.
Danny, can I offer to give away like shirt or hoodie or something?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to be, I could just email you in the person who won.
Yeah,
that would be really cool. If you guys would like a Brother Tom hoodie and or shirt, that's very much appreciated. Go ahead and you know what? Do you want to do a trivia, or do you want us to just just scroll? We just spin the wheel of destiny. That's what me and Brutal call it.
Yeah, I guess just to kind of do that. And again, look, I am really humbled if somebody wears my shirt. You know what I mean? So I am appreciative. I don't sell anything. Like, I give my shirts away anyway. But it really, again, it humbles me that someone would even want to wear one of my shirts or a hoodie or something like that. So, yeah, I'm happy if you want to. I just got to make sure that I got the sizes. Usually, I think I've got large, upwards of like 2X. I think in the shirts, and then in the hoodies are probably large up to like XL and maybe 2XL as well. So I'll give, one of each away, or I got a ton of shirts. I'm happy to give, 2 shirts, whatever.
So let's get a little crazy. Let's go ahead and this is, if you, whoops, how did that happen? Hashtag Brother Tom. That's the hashtag. Go ahead and spin the wheel, fellas. This is for a hoodie and or shirt, and the winner would you're going to email me at neomustangs@hotmail like we always do. Yeah, I got Hotmail still. It's actually part of the Microsoft 365, which is pretty cool. There's the Outlook part of it too, whatever, you know what I mean? But I'm always trying to get back to the community. We did this banner stuff. I've been doing this banner stuff for probably like almost 2 years now. I've probably given away almost 100 banners, but these companies love it. Tremick keeps feeding me. McLeod, Hanlon gave me a bunch of like random ones that he had in the shop that he does. I like that shit, man. It's different. It's like a little bit of shop swag. And little do we know, these banners are like $30 a piece to get made too. Yeah. So they're not cheap. So if you guys, again, Brother Tom, exactly the way it's spelled there in the hashtags, is his YouTube. I fully expect you guys that are watching this afterwards, go take a peek at some of his videos. He's got some really, really good stuff. And there's some really, really iconic fox bodies on his channel as well, on top of his own, that you guys really need to go check out. And if you get a chance to see him, you see him at a show, make sure you stop him and say hello to him as well. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's that to me when people come up to me at the shows and again, like they tell me that they saw this video or that or whatever, or if they just ask me a question about, again, my car or something,
right?
It's just it's why we do it, right?
Right.
We're not doing it for money, and we're not doing it to be famous or anything. It's just making new friends.
That's right. It's being part of a community. So yep. That's what you neomustangs@hotmail.com. That was such a good picture there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
I don't remember who did that. It was in Milan. That's at Milan, lined up. That was a long time ago. I miss racing my black car. It used to be stanced out a little bit better. It used to have a turbo on it. I think we went like 952 at 147 so fast. That car almost killed me. It was on 26s, and there's just no way that we were going to play that game no more. I can't put 28s on a GT unless I cut a little bit of the ground. You have to clearance that stuff, and I did that really good on my white car. It still rubs the slick a little bit, but not enough to cut it. So it is what we just need to put tubs in the damn thing and stick like a 12-inch wheel underneath of it. I think that's what Mario did, isn't it? Did he put a 12-inch wheel in his?
I think so. Yeah, he
got like a 335 under that thing, dude.
Yeah, he mini tubbed his car, man. That's. Again, I'm not chasing any of those guys. I don't have that kind of money.
The cars is beautiful, bro. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna spin this wheel of destiny right now with the Brother Tom. So this is for a shirt and or sweater from Brother Tom.
Oh, look at that, man! You guys rock. I have to scroll. I have to go to a different browser to see all.
So easy morning. So this is easy. Won the Brother Tom hoodie. So let me star that. So pretty cool, man. You know the drill. Neomustangs@hotmail.com, easy, and I will forward it to Brother Tom. I appreciate you doing that, brother. I do.
Yeah. Let me know. Yeah, of course. Let me know size.
Right. I'll have him. I'll just email him. He's the winner from live chat, and then you can tell him what you can. So congratulations, easy. I don't know what YouTube just did with StreamYard. It used to have their names. Now it's all this @ shit.
Yeah.
So I do apologize if it's weird. It's weird. This is like recent events in like the last 3 weeks, last month or whatever. They did an update or whatever. So congrats, easy, on the shirt. So we're gonna give away a Neo Mustang shirt now. So let's hashtag church. So let's go hashtag church because we met our goal tonight. I want to say a special shout out to Glenn for the super chat, Lamar for the super sticker, Fox 408, Whitetail, and Jesse again, man, for all the super chats for what you guys did. So let's go hashtag church, and I have something I want to show you guys right now because I almost forgot. I don't know how. I should have led with this. a fellow member of ours here on the channel, Lamar Richardson, has been building on his car for 20 years. And with YouTube and what we talk about with YouTube and getting your shit off the jack stands and whatever, and what we try to do to help and motivate best we can, Lamar had sent me this photo or this video of the first time this car has moved in 20 years. And I just want to tell you, Lamar, I appreciate, you letting me know, you telling me and sharing this with me and telling me that what I've done to help motivate you and your journey. So as you can see, this car's been sitting a long time. I actually sold Lamar this engine years ago, or a year and a half ago. It actually came out of the SSP and it was all jacked up. And, I sold it for a good price, but we ended up going through the whole motor, Tom, because I found some stuff I didn't like. So we completely rebuilt the whole motor for him. And this is what it's really kind of all about, folks.
Yeah.
So this is its very first start. Not very first, but you did the slap with the T5.
That's mandatory.
Hey, just so you guys know, this is mandatory for stick shift. Let me do it again. How many of y'all relate to that? Good job. We're not making fun at all.
Nope.
So he got some exhaust leak. He doesn't have the mufflers on just yet.
All right.
This was the first time this thing has moved in 20 years. So huge shout to Lamar Richardson. Just give me an updated video because he actually got the car inside. And he's just super. I love this thing, man. This is what it's all about. This is why we make content. If I can influence one person.
Yep.
They're laughing.
Have the laugh.
So he does have an updated video that I'm actually going to post as well. You see that car now. He had to actually wash it. It looks immaculate. What is that, emerald green two-tone?
I love the two-tones, man.
So he had to time it. I mean, this is the very first movement in 20 years.
That's crazy.
I love it. So big shout to Lamar and for what he's done. We're gonna be doing an update with Lamar's stuff as well next week because he's got another video. He actually told me when I asked permission to show that. He actually told me, he's like, I actually got a really, really good video of it. It runs so different now. It's just like, okay, man, let's go. So
that's awesome.
That's what it's all about, brother. So we're going to go ahead and give this away. So hashtag church. This is for, if you win, neomustangs@hotmail.com, just like we just did with Brother Tom. Tell me what shirt, hat, sweater from our website at neomustangs.com that you want, and I'll send it over to Mike. So let's go ahead and flip through this. And Larry G. Cruz, congratulations, 7971. Congratulations, brother. Make sure you send us an email. And guys, when I do this, I just scroll. I don't even look, and then I click. And it's just, it's just is what it is. It's not about who puts the most in chat. It's still going to be random regardless. So, so neomustangs@hotmail.com. Larry G, make sure you go to neomustangs.com and pick what you want and let me know what you want. So I appreciate you guys for being part of that. We're just always trying to get back to the community. We got one more. We got a banner to give away, which I think we're going to give away a Tremec banner. So big shout out to Mike Kidd. Tremec's done a lot for us here on the channel. We've given away probably about 10 transmissions over the past 3 or 4 years.
That's amazing.
And just, we've waffled a couple. We've actually given some stuff away and helped some other people out. So we're going to be giving the Tremec banner away, which I think we're going to be doing. I think we're going to do a trivia. Brother Tom, if you could come up with a good foxbody related trivia question, that would be wonderful. I know I'm kind of putting you on the spot there, brother, but maybe something that isn't easy, but isn't hard. That we can see who may or may not know it. So Tremec shop swag. Yeah, I didn't mean to put you on the spot there.
Well, because the one I'm thinking of is it's probably too easy. Okay. Let me think.
You got time.
Yeah.
Helping getting the 850 cages. Who can help? Help, and I need help getting 850. I always like to stick to that retro questions.
Yeah.
Something that's old. Something that, well, you got to know fox bodies to know this.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm stuck on this. The first year with the Mass Air. I know that's probably pretty easy.
Yep.
I think that's too easy of it.
Yeah, it's too easy.
Okay.
Just throw them out there, and I'll
first year with the 8.8, because I know my car was a 7. It had the 7.5-inch rear end. Let me think.
What? Let me think here. Let me think here. What do you think about what year? Here we go. I got a decent one if you don't mind. What do you think about the 80? It could be even before 87. So that would be good. Something that maybe they wouldn't know. You talked about an axle, and I was talking about the things that were on the axle in 82. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
So in 82, the GTs, they had like a traction bar, factory traction bar. It's like this little stupid piece of crap. 7.5 was so weak, it was ridiculous.
I blew mine in my 85, which I'm sure probably a lot of other people did too, and then upgraded to the 8.8.
I definitely put you on the spot there. I'm so sorry.
Because I don't know, like what would I know that these guys would be, stumped with, or what they wouldn't know.
Okay.
Because I'm kind of, like a lot of these guys, I'm just like the regular,
I got
fox body enthusiast kind of guy.
So what we'll do is we could just do we could just spin the wheel if you wanted. If you want to just do that again, that would be fine.
Leave it to chance.
Leave it to chance. But in 82, they did. So the first year, go ahead and with your Mass Air. What was that?
Oh, yeah. What was the first year for Mass Air when they went from speed density to Mass Air?
This isn't for the banner, by the way. Hashtag Tremic, send it, fellas. We're going to do this, but he did ask a question. Not 87, not 89. And for bonus, what was the computer's name? Not 89. 88 Cali. Nice. There it is. For bonus, Whitetail, what was the number of the nomenclature of the computer? 86 was speed density. Does anybody know the nomenclature for the computer in 88 Cali? Stop Googling it. Stop Chat GPT. Let me tell you what, Chat GPT is good shit, by the way.
It's scary, is what it is.
It's scary good. Like, have you ever had it make you thumbnails yet?
No, I haven't.
Listen, I'm telling you, you have Chat GPT.
It's crazy. Yeah. I've used it for reading blueprints, and it's in other languages, and it can read it, and
wow.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
So you take a picture of the page?
No, so I work for a manufacturing a tool manufacturing company.
Okay.
And we have some tools manufactured for us. And sometimes we'll get a print, and we'll we'll put CAD files and stuff on our website for download or whatever. But if it's in another language, we're not gonna post that up, right? So just for fun, I thought I'd throw it into Chat GPT and just see, like, can you read this? and it's all it's in metric, of course, and then in another language, and it can read it just from this print that I upload to it. And I tell me the diameter, the shank diameter, tell me the length of cut, tell me the overall length, all these things. And none of that's really specified other than these numbers, and it reads it, and it's scary. Wow. It's scary.
I think I'm gonna leave that question for next week. There's a couple of them, and it has to do with stock ECUs, just to see if people. One guy just mentioned that he thinks that, or there was somebody on YouTube tuning a car with AI.
I heard that.
Wow.
Somebody.
No, Whitetail. I said it before we started it. See, that's what I think Whitetail just said that earlier. He was talking about, somebody on YouTube tuned his car with AI. That's crazy. I mean,
you still have to tell it a lot of things, but the fact that it can just do it, is pretty crazy for sure.
All right, here we go. So we're gonna give away this. It's getting kind of late, and I know you guys want to go to sleep. Maybe, I don't know. Shit, I'm East Coast. This is for the Tremec banner. Let me spin through and whoops, wrong one. I went too high. I'm up in the church area now. God, there's so much chat. Pence Ponies Performance. Congratulations, brother. You won the Tremec, the banner. So also is a channel member. So I appreciate that. I'm going to be doing some good stuff with my channel members for Fox Days of Christmas. I don't know if you've ever seen us do that, Brother Tom, but we actually give away, the one year we gave away 36 gifts.
Wow.
And that was an absolute awesome nightmare. I don't know. That was wonderfully disaster.
So
I spent literally a whole week shipping boxes out.
Are you giving away parts and stuff, or what are you doing?
We give away parts. We gave away a Malwood clutch assembly. We gave away a clutch. Stiflers gave us a cross member, and we gave away a drive shaft loop. There's a lot of stuff. We're going to stick to about 10 gifts this year ish, and probably 3 or 4 of them is going to be for my members.
Awesome.
So I have a few tiers on my members. If you guys checked out that join button on my channel, we have a few members that, I want to start giving away more to like the memberships. It's just something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So this would be the time to jump in if you're thinking about joining the membership. The guys in green, I appreciate you guys. A lot of those guys have been with me a long time, and they just go to support us, traveling and do what we do, man. So got to give something back. We're going to give away each tier, because there's 4 tiers. Each tier is going to have its own gift, and I'm just going to random that on Christmas or New Year's, and we're going to give away probably 5 really good random gifts in chat on live stream exclusively. So awesome. Give it to these guys. It's been with me since jump. So I seen Brutal use AI to tune his car. Got to run, boy. All right, Pimp. It's good seeing you, brother. I appreciate you. So, guys, be looking out for the Fox Days of Christmas. We're going to be talking about that very, very, very soon. For those that don't know, thank Neo for his service on Veterans Day. Yes, I appreciate you, Easy, for I'm pretty sure, if you see a veteran, guys, make sure this is the week. You see somebody wearing the hat, you see somebody wearing Army something, make sure you stop, no matter how old he is, how young he is. Even if they're across the room, go up to a veteran and tell them that you appreciate their time and their sacrifice. And that includes make sure you include their wives and children, because their father
as well.
They have not, there was a point in their time that he was deployed, I'm sure, at some point. So 100%, we spent 15 years in the Army. And 14 years, we honorable discharge to get out to do what we do now. And, we don't regret a minute of it. Matter of fact, I talked about recently finishing my last 6 years. I mean, I can run you see it. I run a I can max my PT test out easily at 48. So I don't think they'd have a problem letting my old ass back in. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know, man. I got a lot of shit on my plate though. But I appreciate you guys with the service. Thanks for your service. We had a good church thing this morning that was a veterans, and it was moving for sure. But anyways, guys, brother Tom, we'll have him back on the channel soon. Maybe have like a little round table with him and a few other people. That would be kind of fire. I do like having discussions and having some fun. But we'll have him back on again soon, I'm sure. And again, go check him out on YouTube. Go check him out on Instagram. You have to see these beadlock ponies, and then you have to look under his hood. I'm telling you right now, it's a thing of beauty. But I appreciate you, brother Tom, for popping in tonight with me.
Awesome, Danny. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, and thanks for everybody sticking around. Just to hear me talk. I appreciate it. Really do.
It's humbling, man, and I appreciate everybody for what they do for us on the just listening to us yet for 2 hours. You know what I mean? And I thank you for giving me 2 hours on a Sunday. I know that's not easy, especially East Coast. It's like 11 o'clock now. So I appreciate you, Tom.
Thanks, guys.
Thank everybody for stopping in tonight. Love y'all. We will see you soon this week. You got some video coming out, Tom, this week, maybe?
Actually, I probably this coming weekend. It's a young guy, and it's actually relatable. 79 Capri.
Nice.
And it's like primered, and he told me he painted the engine bay with like some black barbecue grill paint or something like that. But I love this. He's a young guy. He drives the shit out of his car. He drove from Wisconsin to North Carolina for Foxtoberfest 2 years in a row in this car. And so yeah, it's kind of my first review video in a long time. So but I do have one coming out, and again, it was really cool to do a video with a young guy and a car that's not $100,000 big build car. It's very relatable, street car. And he actually, not to give too much away, he traded a 4-wheeler for this car.
That's right up the alley, man. That's great.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome.
So yeah, that one's going to be, I'm shooting. I was actually working on it tonight. So I'm hoping it should be ready by Friday or Saturday, and we'll get that one out there.
Yeah. Let me know. I'm going to make sure I share it.
Okay. Awesome. I appreciate that.
All right, man. I appreciate you, Tom.
All right, buddy.
See you soon on social media, and send me
a
message. Well, thank you again.
Thanks, bud. Have a good night. Thanks, guys.
See you guys.